Dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be diving into another machine on the Vulnhub, which is Jetty. The link will be put in the description section below so that you can download and play on your own. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. So now let's start our hacking way through this fantastic machine on the Vulnhub. And in this video, I would like to show you some important and useful techniques. For example, how to get initial for the hold and how to make privilege escalation. But I think to be more important part is to show you how to use or how to run Windows executable in the Linux and how to reverse engineering or Python executable. Okay, so I think there will be a lot to take. And now we can head over to Linux to begin with. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. As you can see over here, the IP address of the target machine could be recognized as 254. So what shall we do next? We need to conduct port and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I've already completed before. So now we can get out its result. As you can see over here, I took the options like scene scan, the virtual scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. From the Nmap scanning results, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3 open ports in total. So now let's take a look at them one by one. The first one is 21, which is running FTP service and also the version information. And by its default script scanning option, we can tell that the target allows anonymous login. We need to check it out manually later. And the second one is 80, which is running HTTP service and also the version information, Apache 2. And the last one, a very high port number, which is running SSH service and also the version information. So again, this option for range port scan is very important. Otherwise, this very unusual port number cannot be discovered. Okay, and though this version is a bit outdated, I don't think we can find any workable vulnerability. Okay, so now what can we do next? Just I mentioned in the other videos. If you haven't followed my channel, please do it now. If the target machine has file sharing service running, such as FTP, Samba, and we should enumerate such a service first. Okay, so how to enumerate FTP service? We can check this version is vulnerable or not by running this exploit. Although there is one exploit, but this one falls into the category of DOS or denial of service. This is not what we want at this point. And then next, we can FTP to the target, and the username is anonymous, no password. So now we can run ls with options A, LH altogether, and we can, the two files we can download both to our Linux for further analysis. We can get down the first one and then the second one. Next, we can check whether we have permission to navigate across different locations or directories like home, but we got 550 error, no problem. Next, maybe we can open new tab. I'd like to create the file to test whether we have privilege to upload files through FTP. Okay, we can use command put test. We got the same error 550, which is fine. So now what can we do next? We need to analyze the downloaded files. README. So here, Henry, here you have your SSH password. As you can see, blah, 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 encrypted with the default company's password. Okay, CMD, service, FTP stop. Of course, apparently, this guy didn't do this. Okay, so now we can try to unzip this file, unzip SSH, but is protected by password. No problem. We can, first of all, we can convert this file to hash. Then we can use John the Ripper to crack it. It's done. And now we can use the show option to display the cracked password. Okay, so this is the password. We can copy. And we can unzip this file again with the password. Okay, now we can retrieve or cut out this file, and this should be the password for the SSH. You know, the name itself has already told us, and also, you know, from the, but the question is who the password is using. Okay, and just now from this text file we can get to know there are two possible usernames. However, in the description of this machine has already told us the suspicious username is this one. So we can copy and put over here. And also, I think from the pattern of this password, we can make a very reasonable guess. This password should be used by this user. Okay, so now we can SSH. And very important option, -P to specify the port number, because in this case, the target machine is not using default port number. Okay, let's press enter, and we can copy password. Great, we are now logged in to the target machine as user security. Fantastic. However, you know, we are in the limited shell, and our job is to escape from this restrict or limited shell. And before we try anything else, we can run help command or question mark to see which kind of command can be executed in this limited shell. And it's surprised to see the Python. So I think the restrict shell escaping would be very easy. We can run Python. Normally you will think we can run Python with command or with option of C and import PTY module and spawn. But this is not going to work because we put extra options to this command. Okay, hit enter. As you can see, we got the error, and this incident has been reported. So alternatively, we can launch the interactive Python, and we can run we can import the PTY module, and then we can run spawn method. Okay, great. Now we have ready. I think we can run usual command as we can. Okay, so now I'd like to clear the screen. Then we can get bigger space on the window, and now we can. I think we can. Of course, we need to gather information. We can get the user flag, and also we got another textual file to Michael. When I run the command, you ask me to, an error occur. Can you help me with this? No problem. Now we can go to home directory. Home. Oh, what I'm doing. Now there are other two users, FTP. Okay, we have already know this directory. So how about micro systems? Okay, next I'd like to run sudo. Oh, we can run sudo find and without the password of root user. Great. So I think we can take advantage of this binary to elevate privilege. And I've already demonstrated this process a lot of times. Okay, and the process here is very simple and straightforward. But I cannot remember the entire command. So I think it would be better to go to the website of GTF OBIMS, and we simply copy this command to elevate privilege. Okay, it's done. Now we can navigate to root directory, and now we can get, I think we can get the root flag. Okay, proof. And also we can get the node. So say to Mary that I want to go on vacation on 2 weeks. Okay, but you know, so far we have already completed the mission because we have already got root access. But as you can see over here in the description of this machine, our job is beyond this. Our job is to find, as you can see over here, we need to obtain all the evidence to prove the user was committing fraud. Okay, and this is, you know, introduced difficulty by the author. So how to do? We need to make furthermore, you know, information gathering. For example, like we can go to, oh no, we can go to root directory and go to the documents, and we find some one file and 2 directories. So I think now, of course, we can go inside these 2 directories. Oh, what I'm doing. And there are several Excel spreadsheet file. And also I think there is directory password directory password. Oh no, password and online keeper. And there's 3 files, the Windows executable and also the usage. And I think we need to download all of them to Linux for further analysis, right? We can go back. And you can use different ways to do that. For example, we can use SSH or OSCP. We can use the netcat. But also, I think we can transfer these 2 directories to FTP directory, and then we can use FTP to, you know, to download all of files at one time. Okay, let me show you. So we can go to the doc. No, we can. I think we can copy with the option of -R. Option and docs, and then, you know, home FTP. Okay, that's it. So if you go back to the FTP session, we need to connect to the target machine again. As you can see now, here we have got this hidden directory, and we can go inside this directory, and we need to download all of them. And of course you can download one by one, but I'd like to use command mget to download all of them at one time. And by default, you know, we need to confirm when we use the mget, we need to confirm to download any file. But you know, we can set option prompt, you know, set interactive mode off, and then we can use wget followed by asterisk. And now we can hit enter. So now we can download all of them at one time. Now let's open new tab. And so here, and there's some Excel files, and also which one? This file. But we didn't download that file. Oh, password keeper and mget, and then we can download Excel documents and database file. It looks like this file consists of username and encoded string. Okay, and then password keeper, pending, and usage. So this usage, because to open such a file, you can transfer them to host Windows machine, but alternatively we can upload this file to the online service, for example this one, and you will see we need to provide the password to view these files, but where is the password? And our job is to find out such password. And another thing is, because here, as you can see, we need to use the password keeper executable, and again we can transfer this executable to host or Windows host, but here I'd like to stay in the Linux and to run Windows executable within Linux machine. We can use a very useful utility wine, and because this binary is built in 32-bit environment, so we need to you need to install the wine 32, otherwise you will get error. Of course, if you do this machine yourself, you can tell me what you encounter in the comment box below. Okay, so I've already installed the wine and also can support both 32-bit and 64-bit. So now we can run wine, press enter. Oh, I think we need to use sudo, otherwise you will get this error. The kernel 32 dynamic library. Okay, so here, welcome to the best password keeper ever, and we can, of course, we do not want to generate cipher password. We want to get back password. So for example, the one, but showing content of your secret password, we need to supply the password to see the password. So how to do? Okay, and here we can see this executable is built from the Python script. Okay, so how to do? We need to decompile this executable or recover this executable to Python. So how to do? We need to use one kind of utility. Which one I like to show you? Yeah, this one. This one, PyInstaller-extractor. You need to clone this repository from GitHub. I've already done that before. And then, this one, we can run this Python script. So we can Python, and let me hit enter. It's done. Now directory has been created. We can go inside this directory, and password, of course, I think this should be the most important PYC file. Although now we cannot, at this point, we cannot get its source code yet. We need to go further. We need to use this kind of utility onCompile 6 to convert PYC file to Python script. But you will encounter compatibility issue with this utility, and I think there will be two ways. One way is to download your current Python to lower, for example, like a 3-point line, and you can launch this utility again. But alternatively, we can use online service to to convert. Okay, so let me do it now. We can click and we can select which one. Yeah, this one. And we can copy all of Python code. So now we can create new file. We can save it to Vulnhub, like Jetty. We can call it like the decrypt py. So now the functions or statement can be highlighted. It's easier to understand what's going on in this code. So here from import the cipher AES module, and also import base64 module, and set the variable, the path. This is the lambda function, and path, and decipher. I think here just define some functions cipher message, and we'll decode, new, encrypt, encode, and decipher. And we need to give 3 arguments: the cipher text, IV, and key, and then generate a key, show keys. Yeah, we have this in the database file, right? And the encode will. Okay, I think we can go to the main function. So this is the IV variable, the key, and the key is encoded with base64 and the base, and we will read this database, and will this would be array. So for each line would be split by space, and as we know, the first item in each line is username, and the second one is encoded a message. Okay, and then have while loop. So if we select the first option, and we'll insert your selection here, 1, and we'll show you content of your secret password, and then we'll call the function show keys. Okay, so show keys, database, key, we need to insert password. Okay, and then encode. So any string what we submit will be encoded, and encoded, and then we'll compare with the key. And also we have already got the key, right? The key is here. So to show database, it's very simple. We just provide the the key, and the key should be decoded, because here we'll encode. Okay, and then can call the decipher message function to decrypt. So I think it's very easy. We just copy. We can copy, and we can echo. So we got this key, and this key. Now we can run this Windows executable one more time. Oh, sorry. We need to go to upper layer directory, and we can select the first option, and we can insert or submit a password, and then we can get the decrypt password for all Excel documents. Okay, so I just upload one of Excel files. We can use this online service. We can For example, we can select this one, account it. So the password, what's the password? Account. So this password should be this one. We can copy and upload the file. So now we can get back this Excel file in clear text. Okay. So of course you can upload all of Excel files to this online service to view, but I'm not going to do that. I think you have really got my point. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. I'd like to see you next. Have a good day, please.